Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is Lisa, and believe it or not, we still have 1.5 weeks before our last frost date, but I wanted to give you a tour of what I've got put in because I have most of it put in and have for quite a while now, and we've been playing the cover uncover game for a while, but let me show you how everything is doing. Come on along. Here's the main garden. And all those seedlings Ryan will put in this weekend because I was just a little bit worried about them going in, and he also has to put the hail cloth up because otherwise they will be doomed. We've had quite a few bouts of hail already, but you can see everything is thriving. Even the cauliflower that the chickens hate, no beans yet. We're waiting on them to come up, and the potatoes are thriving. Let's go check out the greenhouse. Here is greenhouse number 1, and look at those tomatoes. They look amazing. So we have 21 tomatoes in here and really cool different varieties. I talked about that in a previous video. But everything is doing well, and thankfully they got over that scald that they had on them. So I'm really thrilled about that. So on my way over to the other greenhouse to show you what's going on, look how green it is here. This is what happens when you actually get some rain. We had one storm with about 2 inches, and then we had another storm with about 1 inch. And then we've had some little spurts that were more than 10 drops. So it makes a huge, huge difference. If we could keep this pattern up, it would be great. And so right now we're just letting this all grow up a little taller, and then we will start rotating the pigs. We bought a couple of extra net fences. You can see that pasture back there that we fertilized is getting nice and tall. And so the pigs will eat down on that pretty quickly. So when I get back, we're going to start rotating. Here's the second greenhouse. I have bush cucumbers in there, and everything is fenced in like Fort Knox because of the chickens, because I let them free range in the afternoon. But everything's looking good. We just got those bush cucumbers in. And here are the tomatoes and peppers. We've got bell peppers, different varieties of tomatoes, more bush cucumbers, some cilantro in those cups, some chili peppers in that small container, some habanero, but everything is looking good. Over here was where the old strawberry bed was, and we dug that out with the tractor, and we planted the currant. And then we moved the elderberry that was on the front lawn. I have some peas in the back. Not doing that great. Well, doing pretty good for what they do here, I should say. And then I've got my loofah that I started in February. It's not looking great like it usually does. Kind of weird. And then over here, I have huckleberry and echinacea in the back. Over here, we have our raspberry bushes. And I fenced them in because the deer will eat the bushes right down to the ground, even before there's fruit. We did plant 2 raspberries in there, and we had to remove one that we found had raspberry borer damage, and it was dead. So we're going to keep an eye on these and do what we need to do. We've got some Roselle hibiscus, not looking good. Some echinacea on the end, and I do believe it's because they got hit with rain and hail. We got some herbs here. Waiting for stuff to come up. My onions are doing amazing. It's just hard to see with all the fencing and hail netting. As you can see, we have on everything. The strawberry bed is doing absolutely wonderful. Again, more hail netting. The blackberry, sadly, has not come out of dormancy, so I think it's dead. And I'll go back to the raised bed in just a second. And then we have our 2 blueberry bushes that look like they're doing well. So I have this covered, and it's a lot to remove the cover. Sorry, folks, I'm not removing it. On the right in front of you is horseradish, and then on the left is spinach, and in the back, do you see that? That's asparagus. We already harvested some, and we're letting those go to seed, and so we're really excited about that. And last, this is the onion bed. This is a bed in the back of our house that gets some sun, not a ton of it, but the onions are looking happy. Not as happy as the front ones, but if I get any onions out of here, that'll be a win. It's kind of challenging to cut some trees down back here because they're large, so they can either go into the road or the wires. So I'm just trying to make the best use of it that I can. I may try to put garlic in here next year as well. Right next to it, I have our garlic. Again, more hail netting, and the garlic is doing amazing. And here's the funny part. I forgot about the rhubarb that I don't really care for and have tried to dig up and give to people on numerous occasions. And because I've been fertilizing this bed and all that, now it's growing larger. So I guess I'm gonna have to do something with it. But everything is looking really, really good. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's where we stand in Zone 4B right now. And in addition to typically dry conditions, which, we can handle, we water, we have a lot of things that are out of our control. And so hail season starts as soon as the snow stops, and it goes right until the snow starts again. Typically, it is more so right after the snow stops. And anytime there's a big change in temperature, because we'll get, for example, the other day we had a storm come through and we went down about 15 degrees after the storm went by. It's not like when we were in Connecticut or in North Carolina and it got really, really humid after the storm. No, we got really cool after the storm. So a lot of the times we get pea-sized hail. Other times we've had golf ball size hail or larger. And as you can imagine, that's a nightmare. It damages all the plants. June 2020 in particular, I remember in town, there was so much hail, they were plowing it. So that's what we're working with. So I just hope that the greenhouses produce. The outdoor garden has so many variables that can kill it, but we're hoping for a good year, so stick around, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Take care.